You're listening to the Natalie Parker Studio Podcast, episode number 8. In today's episode, I'm sharing with you 4 things I wish I'd done sooner in my art business. That's coming up. Welcome to the Natalie Parker Studio Podcast, the podcast for women artists who are ready to pursue their creative dreams so that they can thrive both in life and in business. I'm your host, Natalie Parker, artist and mentor to women creatives around the globe. In this podcast, I'll share with you the strategies, principles, and mindset that you need to build a purposeful and fulfilling creative business. If you're ready to be inspired, encouraged, and equipped to build the art business of your dreams, then you're absolutely in the right place. Let's dive into today's episode. Hey there, artist, and welcome to today's episode. Now, I'll admit I can be pretty stubborn. I like to do things when I want to and in my own special way. When I first got into business, I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, full of faith, lots of energy, and ready to go. I thought I knew it all, and when I didn't, I simply figured it out myself rather than asking for help. Now, as a result, I've made a lot of mistakes in my business and really slowed down its growth. I've undercharged for my work. I've missed out on sales. I've felt lonely and isolated. I've missed out on collaborations and meaningful connections. I've left a lot of money on the table. And I've downplayed my gift and allowed myself to be overlooked. Ouch, just saying that list out aloud, that's pretty painful. That is why today I want to share with you 4 things I'd wish I'd done sooner in my business so that you can grow faster in your business and not have to go it alone. Number 1 is I wish that I had valued my gift. Now, I downplayed my gift for so long. I didn't think I was that talented or that my art was that special. And now sometimes when we have a gift, a natural talent, because it is so natural to us, because it's so organic, we often overlook it and don't think it's that special. However, others that don't have the gift or ability that we do, they need it. They love it. They think it's incredibly special. Now, I tell my students now that creativity is magic. How many times has this happened to you as a creative? Have you been, whether it's at school or now, sitting down, drawing or painting, and you've seen someone try and kind of like secretly look at you or peek over your shoulder and look at your work and be absolutely blown away? But yet, sometimes what do? We go, oh, it's okay. Oh, no, this isn't good enough, or it needs this. They're looking at it in amazement because they can't do what you're called to do. So I really struggled with seeing that value in what I do. Now, I used to look at all these other amazing artists out there, and I connected my work and my value to theirs. So like somehow my work was subpar. And here's what happened. As a result of me seeing little value in my work, I projected this onto my potential clients. So how this showed up in my business is things like photographing my work. So I would put little care into the photography of my work. So when I photograph something, I didn't always style it. I didn't think about the light. If it looked a little bit grey or it was even a little bit fuzzy or distorted, I thought, you know what, if a person really loves my work, they're somehow going to look at it and autocorrect it with their eyes and see what it really looks like. Or they'll just message me and ask me for more photos. Now, the reality is that people won't do that. What you put out there, what you present, is what they will take face value for. So I really put little value into my work and how it was presented. I also didn't value my gift, and this showed up in my pricing. So when you don't believe in the value of your gift, the value of your work, the value that your artwork has incredible value to heal, to bring joy, to bring beauty into people's lives, you'll charge little for it. It even showed up when I was writing about my work on my Instagram posts or my website. Like I had a really little conviction around it. And you know what? My mentor at the time, she actually pulled me up on this, and I'm so grateful for it. She told me to watch my wording on my posts, and I went back and I had a look, and there were things like just charge what what do you think of this work? I'm not too sure. Or things like, and these are all innocent, getting engagement, but even things like just whatever the price is, just make an offer. And that to me was kind of just, it wasn't showing the value. It was saying, you know what, if you like it, cool, but if you don't, that doesn't matter. And you know what? People aren't attracted to that. People want to know that your work is valuable. They want to know that you believe in it. They want to buy from someone who's really excited about their work. I also worked with old paint materials and quality, like the lower quality paints, lower quality canvases for a lot longer than I should have. Now, little disclaimer, there is nothing wrong with starting with lower quality paints, especially when you are starting to learn. Okay, so I encourage you to always buy what you can afford for the season that you are in. However, if you are wanting to raise the value of your work and charge more, you need to invest in quality material. So when I started to invest in quality paints, not only did it lifted my self-esteem, it actually improved the quality of my work, because those paints, they had more, the pigments were stronger. I ended up being able to use less paint because they were so high quality. I felt more confident charging for more, and I also felt more confident knowing that that work was going to go into my client's home and that it was going to last a long time. Then I recently started framing my work as well, and again, that's really shown a great new level of presentation to my work, elevated my work, boosted the value, boosted how much I've charged, and also boosted the clientele that I would attract for my work. Now, over the last few years, I've grown a lot in my confidence. So these are things that I've had to work through. And as I've done this, I've started to see more value in my work. I didn't go from selling work for, $20 to, what am I charging now? $2,500 overnight. Okay, that happened over a period of 10 years. So I've built my confidence, I've slowly increased, I've started to learn how to photograph my work, I started to learn how to write about my work, I learned how to build a website, I've learned how to invest in quality materials, and as a result, the presentation, the value of my work has gone up, and as a result, I've attracted more value for my work. Now, I've learned that you are paid in life for the value that you bring to the world. Your artwork has value. How many people are impacted by that beautiful work that you create? I have personally created works for dear friends who have lost children, had miscarriages, gone through infertilities, gone through divorce, all of these really hard seasons in life. Yet the work has served as a remembrance for a child that was lost. It's served as a celebration for a new season in the life. So your work has incredible value, and the more that you understand that, the more you're going to project your work with more value, the more care you'll put into your work, and the more you'll be able to raise your prices. The second thing I wish I had have done in my business a lot sooner was invest in Facebook ads. Now, I know for some people, organic reach is where you want to start with, and I absolutely started with that. But there is incredible value in putting money into Facebook ads to attract the right clients to your business. Now, I have dabbled with this over the years of my business, back in the day when there was, your Instagram post, you put $2, $5 in, whatever, or you'd boost a post, you had a sale for a couple of days. Those was kind of what I was doing. And then for a few years, I didn't advertise my artwork. When I started running online courses, I started to invest heavily in Facebook advertising, and I saw a huge growth in terms of the financial return coming through and building my client base. And then when I switched that to putting that into my art business, to driving traffic through a Facebook ad to my website, I saw again a huge boost in my sales. Now, as an example, one Facebook ad that was running for about $10 to $15 a day attracted a new high ticket client who ended up investing in my business and buying $10,000 of artwork through me through commissions. Now, had I not invested that $15 a day into that Facebook ad, I would have never drawn up that real client. So when you're investing in Facebook ads, you want to make sure that you are tracking your ads. So look at how much you're putting in, look at your art sales, see who's coming from that Facebook ad, and try and match it up and work out your return on investment. So what I mean by that is if you're putting in, $10, $15 a day, let's say $10 a day, and that runs over a month, that's $300. So if at the end of the month you can see the direct relation, so you may have sold $3,000 of artwork, that is a huge return on your investment. So you know that it's paying off. If you've spent $300 on ads after a month and you haven't attracted any new leads or any new work, then you'll want to go back and improve your Facebook ad. Now, I've done a lot of training as well, as not only in investing in Facebook ads, but in learning how to do Facebook advertising as well. So that's something that I really, really encourage in you, because there is nothing better than getting people onto your website. You can even attract the right clients. So say, for example, for me, I'm a floral artist. So when I'm going in, I'm putting subject matters like florists, or I'm looking at people that are into the block, like in Australia, because I know that they are the right clients that I want to attract. So I have spent a hefty fortune. When I looked at my business from the last financial year, I could have bought a beautiful car with the amount of money that I have invested in Facebook ads. However, I have seen a 6 times return on that amount of money that I've put in. So it's incredibly, incredibly worthwhile. There's huge magic, huge power in it. So I encourage you to learn more about Facebook advertising and to utilize that to attract new clients. Okay, the third thing I wish I had have done was to gone live on my socials and showing my face more. Now, I am an introvert. Doing this podcast is great because I can talk with my hands, be expressive with my voice, and you can't all see me. However, there is a huge value in you showing up in order to connect with your clients. It is a great way for you to build your authority. Okay, so people want to see you. I used to always just post pictures of my work and not even of myself, and thought that people would connect with me, but they're like, I don't even know who this Nat Gill is. She's not showing up. What does she look like? What does she sound like? What's her interests? People buy from people they know, like, and trust, and they can't develop that know, like, and trust fact with you without you physically showing your face, whether it's just a picture of you to start with, or whether it's you getting on there live and speaking. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to start going live or doing short videos of yourself. Now, a few things that you could do if you're like, oh, okay, that's cool, Nat, but what are some ideas? Well, one thing that worked really well, especially when the world went crazy and people couldn't go to places, was online art sales. So because exhibitions were cancelled, I know a lot of artists who had in-home studios, so live. So instead of, going to a show, they were like, I'm going to have an exhibition, and then they went live for however long, 15 minutes, half an hour, and they just lifted up their artworks in front of the camera. They created an event on Facebook, and they talked to their potential clients about their work and offered them for sale, which was a really great way to do it. So that's something you could do. The other thing is you could film yourself painting. Okay, so set the camera up. If you want to do it live, do it live. If you don't, use your phone and go and do the time-lapse thing. That's really cool. People love time-lapses. Go and film yourself doing it, and that's another way you can show up live. What's another one? You could talk about your materials, you could talk about your process, you could talk about your inspiration, you could even just talk about a day in the life of your studio. So what do you do? Like, do you get up? Do you have your coffee? Do you go into the studio? Do you clean up? Do you start painting? Show them how you clean your brushes. So many different ideas, but get your face, your voice back in behind what you're doing, because that is going to be the quickest way for you to build connection with your potential clients. So when we're thinking about converting people into buyers, they need to find out who we are. Okay, and I call that raising the consciousness. 2, they need to form connections with you. So we can do that by showing up live and showing our face. And then 3, that needs to lead to conversion. Without that connection, you're not likely to get that conversion. So build that connection with your potential clients. Okay, the 4th thing that I wish I had have done sooner was form connections with local businesses. Now, like I said, I am not very good at asking for help. I am very good at being a lone ranger and figuring it out all by myself. Now, that got me so far in my business, but now as I'm looking to grow it, I had to learn to put my big girl panties on, step out of my little introverted self and talk to people and talk to other businesses. So it started simply with I connected with a local business framer here. Okay, so I started to buy some canvases from them. They did beautiful quality products. They framed them. They went on to actually share one of my works on their Instagram where they have a lot of connections, and all of the floodgates open from them. Like literally, I got a sale that day. I got commissions. I had people say, oh yeah, I bought your work because I knew it was framed by so-and-so and I love the quality of their products. I had other galleries that started to follow me because they knew the reputation of the supplier was really good. And then I started to form connections with other local artists in my community as well. Now, I had moved from New Zealand to Melbourne 3 years ago. During that time, the world went mad, so I wasn't able to film a lot with other artists in Melbourne. So this one relationship with a local supplier who shared my work has opened up so many other pathways for me that has not only financially built my business, but it's also given me that people contact, that connection with people who get the creative world. So those are my top 4 things that I wish I had done sooner. So if you're looking for support to help you build your art business, then you are absolutely in the right place. My signature program, Art Biz A to Z, is designed to do exactly that. It's going to teach you how to set up, how to launch, and how to grow your art business so that you can finally turn your art business dream into a reality. Inside this program, I purposely built it and put all of my 10 plus years of experience into this program so that I could give back to you and not have you go through the challenges that I did. So these 4 things today, these I give inside my course, all right? I teach them how to raise consciousness and how to connect with their clients. I teach them how to form deeper relationships, and I teach them how to get those conversions. I teach them how to value their gift. I teach them Facebook advertising. We teach websites, we look at email marketing, all these kinds of things that are going to help you build your business faster. So if you want to learn more about the Art Biz A to Z, I'm going to put a link in the show notes below and you can go check that out. All right. Well, that is a wrap for today's episode. If you have found this episode has encouraged you, I'd love for you to let me know which of the 4 things you are going to apply in your business. So are you going to value your gift more? Are you going to invest in Facebook ads? Are you going to go live and show your face on your Instagrams? Or are you going to form connections with local businesses? Take a screenshot of this episode, share it on IG, tag me at Natalie Parker Studio, and I will connect with you over there. Now, coming up next week on the show, I'm going to be sharing with you why you need a plan for your art business. So if you are not seeing the results in your business right now, it could be because you don't have a plan to show you what to do. Until then, keep pursuing your creative dream. Do you dream of having your own art business? Is 2022 going to be the year that you step out, go after your desires, and start to build the art biz you've been dreaming about for years? If you are, but you also have no idea how or where to start, then you're going to love this. On Jan the 20th, I'm kicking off a free training series for artists called the Art Biz Startup Series. In this 3-part training, you'll get clear about what you want for your business, you'll learn multiple ways to make money, and you'll learn my simple 3-step sales system that you can use over and over again to finally get those art sales coming in. So if you're ready to finally do what you love, to be fulfilled in your days, and to have the extra income for you and your family, then you're going to want to register for this free training today. Click the link to register in the show notes below. I can't wait to help you turn your art biz dream into a reality this year.